My really hard-working neighbor is a farmer. He doesn't make a lot of money. He's a subsistence farmer, which means he just makes enough to eat, but he doesn't actually have extra to sell. So he's quite poor. But he loves to share what he grows. He gave me some delicious pawpaw, mangoes, avocados one evening. But by the next day, all the leftovers that I had gone off in the humid Ghana weather. The next week, he gave me more mangoes and pawpaw and avocados, and I was so scared of losing them. So I had to quickly come up with a solution or risk having to throw it all away by the next morning. Now, you may have thought that I could have just washed them and put it in the fridge. But here's the thing. Periodically, they turn off the electricity in Ghana. So I knew that I had to put it into the freezer. And I can't just wash and put whole fruits in the freezer. So the first thing I did was to wash some water sachet bags that we normally use for water. They're usually thrown out all over the street and in the gutters, and it's really unsightly and it contributes to mosquitoes breeding. So I wanted to find a way to recycle them anyway. So what I did was just to cut the top off, dry it over, let it dry, and then I was able to cut the pawpaw and the mangoes, put them in there and freeze them. I didn't stop there. I was also able to combine several of the plastic sheets from the water by ironing the plastic so that it kind of welds just on the right amount of heat before it melts, but it welds into each other and forms a seal. And this I was able to use as a plate cover for when I'm eating outside and the flies or bugs want to come and help themselves without my permission. You can just put it all over and be able to keep your fruits fresh while you're eating outside. I didn't stop there. That was the third thing that I could create from these soft plastic, these sachet bags. So for anyone that's ever lived in the developing country, you may have this phenomenon where you can't put the toilet paper directly in the toilet after using it. And I found it so traumatizing, and it was definitely a thorn in the experience of me coming to Ghana after such a long time away. And so I was able to convert these bags into tidy bags. I just kind of shaded in with a permanent marker, made it all black so that when you go to the washroom, you can put the waste in these bags. No one has to see what happened before putting this in the bin, and then later you can burn them as is the usual custom. But I also didn't stop there. The ultimate in keeping the washroom fragrant and pleasant was I make these home fragrances. It's super simple to make, actually. You just get some sea salt, you put your favorite fabric softener, and this particular one just smells divine. So good. Well done. It's a Ghana made fabric softener. And I was able to just use one of these sachet bags as my little holder. I poked holes into them and I was able to use it as a holder, and the washroom now smells absolutely divine.